Oh, hey. Welcome or welcome back. I'm just relaxing in my temple, waiting for the golden age of Athens to begin. It's such a lovely day. What could possibly go wrong? The depiction of the ancient Greek gods have not always fared well in modern media.
We could take in an old Steve Reeves movie.
Look at him, between Castor and Pollux.
The current round began back in 1958 with the Italian movie Hercules. Certainly the most popular of the mythological figures in the modern era, he hasn't always been depicted in the best light.
Softness in his eyes, iron in his thighs.
Oh, good lord. 1963's Jason and the Argonauts did show Olympus, but, well,
Greetings, Hermes.
Greetings, my lord Zeus.
Clash of the Titans from 1981, and again, no. Oh, except for...
Release the Kraken!
Later films either choose to ignore them in stories where they were originally major players, or take a more refined approach and treat them in a subtle, understated way.
Now!
Such as the 2010 version of Clash of the Titans. Here we see a rare depiction of Apollo, here played by Luke Evans.
Father, we need the mortals.
No, Apollo.
He would later appear as cinema's most unbelievable Zeus a year later in The Immortals.
Not good.
Sorry, Luke. You can't top this. More recently, Athena makes an appearance in Marvel's The Eternals from 2021, which includes the concept that human progress was due to alien intervention, which, of course, brings us to the 1968 book by Eric von Daniken, a work of great influence on the counterculture mind and later on Facebook.
We see a man seated in a capsule, intently watching something. His hands seem to be operating some undefinable controls.
Hey, such ideas were in the wind in 1968. Star Trek had explored these ideas a year earlier.
Once, just once, I'd like to be able to land someplace and say, "Behold, I am the Archangel Gabriel."
Our adventure begins with the Enterprise on a mapping mission to an unexplored planet, Pollux 4. There's a new woman on the bridge, so of course she's the center of attention, especially for Scotty.
I'm not sure I like that, Jim.
Scotty does not fare well with women in the original series.
Even from here, I can tell his pulse rate's up.
Gentlemen.
We'll get to that. As we're dealing with archaic history in this episode, it begins fittingly.
One day she'll find the right man, off she'll go, out of the service.
We must take a moment here and deal with Chekhov, introduced in Season 2.
We had an incident in Hawaii where somebody remarked about my hair.
In an attempt to curry the youth audience, he is made to resemble Davy Jones from another hit NBC series, The Monkees.
Am I seeing things?
Not unless I am too.
Nope, it's real. Although having a Russian character on an American network show in 1967 is kind of brilliant, if not actually the first.
I am Ilya Kuryakin. Like my friend Napoleon, I go and I do whatever I am told to.
To understand communism, its basic godless philosophy.
Christ, I miss the Cold War.
So nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, except for...
Captain, that thing's a giant hand.
It's almost as if it means to grab us.
And indeed it does. Gripping adventure. Usually the giant floating head is a very bad sign in science fiction. Very bad.
A beginning is a very delicate time.
I manipulate many of the characters and events you will see.
But let's hear what this one has to say.
Put it on audio, Lieutenant.
The eons have passed, and what has been written has come about.
He seems very nice.
You will obey me.
Well, they're invited down to the planet.
But do not bring that one. The one with the pointed ears.
A question is answered for the audience.
What am I doing down here, Doctor?
Well, you're the A&A officer, aren't you? Archaeology, anthropology, ancient civilizations.
Correct.
Okay then, so who is this mysterious alien?
I am Apollo.
And I am the Tsar of all the Russias.
Apollo, a twin brother of Artemis, son of the gods Zeus and Leto, a mortal. He was the god of light and purity.
But like the other Greek gods, he could also be a total dick.
You will worship me.
He can also turn on the charm.
Yes.
You are beautiful.
Scotty tries to intervene, totally successfully. So while our guest stars exit, Kirk speculates.
What do you have to say? I'm waiting.
Say, 5,000 years ago, a highly sophisticated group of space travelers landed on Earth around the Mediterranean.
Yes, creatures like that would have been gods.
Don't you dare.
So Apollo is just an alien.
Welcome to Olympus, Captain Kirk.
This follows the usual trend in science fiction of not having to bump into actual gods.
I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
A marketing nightmare. Star Trek had already sidestepped this, and would continue to do so.
What does God need with a starship?
The trend has no sign of abating.
These guys come from legend. They're basically gods.
There's only one God, man. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that.
Even if they do say Jehovah.
Controversy averted. There is a kind of a B-plot on the Enterprise, as they figured out the giant hand is actually a force field and attempt to break free. It does contain this nice moment.
I can think of no one better equipped to handle it, Miss Uhura.
Can we take a moment here to appreciate that dress? So Apollo continues to work his magic.
You seem wise for a woman.
It does fall into Khan territory here.
I offer you more than your wildest dreams have ever imagined.
But I caution you. Such men dare take what they want.
With the young lieutenant falling for the villain a little too quickly.
Yes. I love him.
Oh goodness, looks like someone has some afterglow.
How old are you?
22, sir.
Then I'd better handle it.
Well, they notice Apollo needs a nap after his energy expenditures and start looking for a source of his power.
What else does mankind demand of its gods?
Mankind has no need for gods. We find the one quite adequate.
One of the direct mentions of religion in the original series. It is not the last.
May the blessings of the sun be upon you.
They decide to taunt him to make him sleepy.
Apollo has spoken! Go!
Their plan almost succeeds, but...
Sparta! You have earned this!
No, don't!
Lieutenant! Come over there.
So Kirk gives the lieutenant a talking to.
All right, Lieutenant, you can come down from Mount Olympus now.
And it actually works.
Yes, sir.
As she goes off to let Apollo down in a loving, caring way.
Well, I could no more love you than I could love a new species of bacteria.
At this point, Apollo loses it, conjures up a storm, which is a polite way of describing it, but I think we all know what is actually going on here. Distracted, they use this opportunity to attack his source of power, which turned out to be the temple all along. Even though he's behaved as a total bastard, the handling of his defeat is quite touching and well done.
Athena, you were right.
I don't think they expected to totally destroy him, so there is some regret.
Would it have hurt us, I wonder, just to have gathered a few laurel leaves?
Michael Forrest, the actor who played Apollo, revisited this role in the 2013 episode of Star Trek Continues: The Pilgrim of Eternity.
Captain Kirk.
An interesting curiosity. It is worth checking out.
So you remember me?
Yes. You have extended an undeserved kindness considering our history.